So you'll find me down here at Gorey Beach. I'm very lucky to live in Grouville. Beautiful part of the island, and I have a phrase called walk before work. So I like to come down here and clear my head and get ready for the day, and what better place in the world. Other beaches that I go to are St. Clement's, which is amazing. And it's a kind of different vibe, St. Clement's. You know, you've got those massive tidal shifts. And then you've got the stretch, the beauty and the rocks, and that is fascinating living in Jersey and watching the tidal shifts. So yeah, I'm very lucky, and it's definitely, it fills the soul of HartiSWIM, because all of a sudden coming from Scotland, I'm living in an island and I have an appreciation of the ocean and how important that is to us all. I think the major benefit of coastal living is the sea air. You know, where do you get a world that has such clean, pure air? You know, I come from Glasgow, my kids live in London, you know, the pollution there is off the scale, and suddenly you come here and you do feel a bit of the fatigue. But once you get used to that island life and that way of life, it's rewarding to your health in so many ways you don't appreciate, from your mental health to your physical ability. I literally, I walk here most days, or I walk on a beach in Jersey. And I do find that swimming is very good for my mental health. It's where I get my best ideas. You know, I go in and I swim and I feel alive, and suddenly I come out with a million ideas. So it's a bit of a therapy for me, swimming. And I think also I'm very proud to live in an island that takes marine conservation so seriously. I mean, you know, when I first came here, they had 6% of the water surrounding Jersey protected. Now, thanks to our local government, they have 23%. I think people need to understand the effect the ocean and the plankton. You know, in many ways it's more important than the Amazon, but people just don't understand what's happening underneath the ocean. I am one of those people that has re-educated myself to the plight of the ocean, and that's very much part of the soul of the brand I created, HartiSWIM. So we set up HartiSWIM in 2022, and one of the biggest objectives of the brand, we basically take wearable art. My husband is this fantastic painter, and he paints pop art, but it's like a pop commentary. So he questions everything about life, questions the ocean, questions capitalism, and they're wonderful, vibrant statement prints. And I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great to put that on swimwear? I'd always wanted to set up my own label, but living in an island, I realized that the most important thing to do for a new label would be to make it truly sustainable. And that's not actually that easy, because so many people greenwash and so many people tell lies. And so actually it took us about 18 months to find and source a fabric. And our fabric is incredible because it's a new generation fiber, which is made out of recycled plastic bottles from areas in the world that don't have that infrastructure for desalination. And suddenly we've got this new tech fiber that we can print on, to the fact that actually I can confidently say, as well as the dog, that each one of my swimsuits make up 13.1 recycled plastic bottles. And that's a certified fact. So I think that, you know, we call it glamour with a conscience. And I think that women and men, we do trunks, to understand that we actually have to buy better. We actually have to buy less and buy better. We need to eradicate fast fashion. We need to eradicate overconsumption. And that is part of our mission. So I think all of that's evolved into where we are now because of Jersey, because of, you know, what we've understood and learned from living here. And that's why we're rebels with a mission.